Yeah, sure. RDS started in 2017. I'd been approached by a good friend of mine I'd known for about 20 years. And at the time I was working in digital marketing and IT. And to be honest, I had a client base who was struggling to find budgets to spend on work they needed doing. And when I understood what R&D was and looked into it, I thought that could be a real benefit for clients that we had there. The goal really at that point, I thought in my mind, was to help them ring fence the benefit they got back and spend it on that work. Very quickly we saw the bigger picture really. When those clients were successful and we'd help them follow through the process, there were so many more companies out there that we understood could benefit. And I think the marketplace is so under-tapped that we looked at a wider picture. Moving on from that, really the company has grown to being an organisation that works all industries. It works across all client sizes as long as they're within the criteria. And our goal now is just to help companies expand their businesses really. See the funds that they can generate help them take on more staff or increase their stock or generally ramp up the company. But what we've always done is try and keep, as a USP I suppose, is that approach to clients that is a personal touch, that's account managed, that is looking after the client. So we haven't moved to a call centre facility, we've not moved to being remote, we've always tried to work face to face. Obviously the pandemic's had an effect on that, as it has with everybody else, but even throughout those times we did as much as we could within the restrictions to be able to still hold the hand of clients to get success. What makes RDS unique is we like to deal face to face, we like to stay at that personal touch. People like to buy people, and shaking hands and having a cup of coffee with someone goes a long way rather than becoming a call centre. Aside of that, we've also made the process very simple. I think people are a bit confused about what might qualify, and so we've made it within sort of 5-10 minutes we can have an initial conversation, and then from there we can have a 30-minute meeting. It's very relaxed, but it allows us to check the eligibility of a client and from there advise them best on how to progress. We hear quite a lot of people saying that the scheme sounds too good to be true, and I can completely understand why they think that. I think often it's because they don't realise that they are eligible, that any UK company that meets the criteria can claim. They obviously think they have to be Panasonic and Tesla and Dyson and all these giant firms you hear about. In reality, it's about understanding where the eligibility is, where the criteria fits with HMRC's rules, and that's why working with a third-party firm like ourselves who are a specialist, our job is to be a brain surgeon, if you like, for R&D, and just very focused on where the eligible costs are, where they meet the rules, and what's out there. Obviously the track record of the scheme is huge. You can see the billions paid out every year, and that's because for the money invested in R&D by HMRC with companies, it brings an even greater return to the economy. So for them what they want to do is fuel that innovation and help companies grow. Just because it sounds too good to be true doesn't mean it is. I think it's worth having a conversation and finding out whether or not you meet the eligibility.